Mihai, what is the potential breadth of cooperation between China and the Cook Islands?
China has been involved in infrastructure and development projects in the Cook Islands for years, and of course, more broadly in the region. But the visit, and particularly the framing of this visit from Prime Minister Mark Brown, suggests that there's potential deepening of engagement in areas including trade, investment, and even possibly security.
And security is one of the issues that New Zealand has raised. What are the potential implications for the Cook Islands coming to a maritime or other security arrangements with China?
Now, Cook Islands has a constitutional relationship with New Zealand. It's part of the New Zealand realm. And so you would imagine that in the interests of diplomacy, if nothing else, that Prime Minister Mark Brown would actually be more transparent in laying out what is on the table, what his intentions are, and also what he's heard from Beijing in terms of what China's intentions are for their relationship with Cook Islands. But in the absence of that, and again, against the backdrop of that intense competition, I think it's quite reasonable for the New Zealand government, other Pacific countries, and other traditional security partners to kind of scratch their head and wonder what's really in play here, given China's surprise security pact with Solomon Islands in 2022, for example, its rapid political and security escalating relationship with Kiribati. So it's not a neutral space.
What can we learn from those other security arrangements with Kiribati, for example, and the Solomon Islands to say what might happen with the Cook Islands arrangement should it go forward?
Now, look, we don't want to put the horse before the cart, and Prime Minister Mark Brown has verbally said that he won't be considering sensitive areas of security cooperation with China. But again, in the absence of more concrete evidence of that, it's difficult to say. You know, the security relationship between Solomon Islands and China, for example, has resulted in a muddling of security training and security assistance provision to that country. Now, what it shows for to other Pacific countries is that this trend of increased transactionalism, this fueling of a bidding war essentially between traditional partners and new partners can work out in their favor in the sense that it might encourage New Zealand and other partners to increase their offers of assistance and support to Pacific countries, at the same time courting new initiatives and new economic activities.
Could you go into a little bit of detail about how New Zealand might respond to this deal should it go forward, or how New Zealand might act with its own foreign policy?
Look, if New Zealand's relationship with Kiribati is any indicator, if Cook Islands signs up to cooperating in an area that the New Zealand government deems to be sensitive or contravening the constitutional arrangement between Cook Islands and New Zealand, it may choose to have a second look. I don't want to use too strong a form of words, but it may scrutinize its existing package of support that it provides to Cook Islands. On the other hand, it may feel that it needs to reassert its role as a primary partner for Cook Islands, and it may look to elevate its cooperation in existing or new areas. So, there will be a decision point for the New Zealand government, but that all really depends on what Prime Minister Mark Brown signs up to on this state visit to Beijing.